Good afternoon, everybody. James Ballou here with Duffels and Dogs. It's a beautiful afternoon. Sunday, the 4th of September. My God, where has this year gone? We are in our, what, 10th September, October, 10th month in Costa Rica. So couldn't ask for a better day to celebrate going into our 10th month. So welcome everybody. So before I get started today, I want to thank everybody who's watching this video, both our loyal subscribers. Certainly appreciate all that you do and your subscribes and your comments. And we just can't say enough. Thank you very much. For those of you who this may be your first video, I invite you to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button at the top of the video, as well as the bell icon, and you'll be notified when we upload other videos. So I invite you to do that. So let's get right into it. What is today's topic about? Today I'm talking about living and working in Costa Rica, or anywhere for that matter. But since we live in Costa Rica and we get a lot of questions about that, I'm going to go ahead and answer some of the questions that I've been getting in comments and in conversation. Get a lot of questions. So, for instance, ATV. Yes, you can make a living in Costa Rica. You can make a great living in Costa Rica. Can I get a job in Costa Rica? Well, we'll talk about that. So yes and no is the answer to that, but we'll talk more about that. And what are my options? How can I make a living in Costa Rica if I want to move there and take my revenue generating capacity online? That was a tongue twister. So I'm going to answer some of those questions, but yeah, I get a lot of questions about that. So first of all, let's answer the can I get a job in Costa Rica? So no, you can't just come down here and get a job. What I mean by a job is being hired by a company, or if you wanted to come down here and be a bartender, or you wanted to come down here and work for a Costa Rican company, and you're not a resident of Costa Rica, that is usually not possible. Now, there are some exceptions about getting jobs down here. If it's a U.S.-based company and they you have an expertise that they cannot find here in Costa Rica, there's exceptions to those, but that's far and few between. So we're just going to eliminate the can I get a job part in Costa Rica. What are your options? Okay, so let me list a few ways that you can make a living in Costa Rica, or as I said, anywhere for that matter. And there's multiple ways to make a living in Costa Rica, or anywhere that you decide you want to work, live, and explore. And I'm going to go through some of those, and we'll talk a little bit about each one of those. So there's fractional work. So if you're not familiar with being a fractional work, like before I left the United States, I was a fractional VP of sales. So I worked with small to medium-sized companies and offered my services as a senior sales executive to help them on a part-time basis, not full-time or not as an employee, and help them, put together their channel strategies, their sales organization, help them, design ways to increase their sales, whatnot. So there's a fractional. You can be a fractional VP of sales. You can be a fractional marketing executive. You can be a fractional, CFO. There's many ways to be fractional work that is available for a corporate job, and you can take that job and create a fractional way of doing it. That's one. There's freelance work. So freelancing is been around a really long time, has gained a lot of momentum over the last few years, especially with the pandemic and whatnot. But being a freelancer, there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of jobs around the world that people are looking to fill, usually on a project-to-project basis. And there's nothing in a freelance world that you cannot find. I mean, I'm just going to name a very, very few, but there is proofreading, copywriting, teaching English, virtual assistant work, putting together presentations for companies, doing research, MS Office experts, Excel experts, putting together spreadsheets for people. There are hundreds of thousands of jobs that are available for people, and you would be surprised at you looking if you really took an inventory and looked at all the skills that you have. There is nothing that you couldn't put together and work as a freelancer on, and that can be done. That's 100% mobile. It can be done all over the world. Here in Costa Rica or anywhere else. So there's freelancing. There's affiliate marketing. And I'm not going to get into the nuances of all of these, but affiliate marketing is basically you are marketing and selling other people's products, right? And there's various ways to do that. Ways that require no sales skills whatsoever, because you are not actually making phone calls and selling the product, but you are marketing them in a way that points people to the actual owner of that service or product. And every time somebody makes a purchase, you get paid. And again, there's many different kinds of that, but affiliate marketing is definitely one way that is a great way to earn a living on a mobile basis anywhere here in Costa Rica. Perfect example. Relationship marketing, MLM, is other things. That's not for everybody. I think MLM may have a bad rap, for some people. But believe me, there are companies out there that have products and services in that space that would be a great fit for a lot of people. So I would not discount that. There is the professional solopreneur. Maybe you've already started your own business. You're a one-man band or woman, right? And you have your own business. You're a consultant of some sort, or you're, it's usually not product-driven, but some sort of service that you provide. And right now it is, maybe, or prior to the pandemic, was a lot of one-on-one meetings, or you were out in the world, or required your physical presence. But there are ways to look at that and redesign it for a mobile offering. And again, then you can take that anywhere, right? So, and that is another way. So those are just a few ways that you can absolutely make a living here in Costa Rica or anywhere else without having to get a job in that local country. So I wanted to throw those out and be happy to talk with anybody who's interested in any of those particular areas and learning about them and how we do those. Let me get back to the beginning. I think all of those are available to you, and I think what it requires, to start is to just make a choice. Seeing the mental picture of where you want to be and how you want to live. Tap into that feeling of having that mental picture come true, and then just take massive action, not massive planning action, but massive action. Just make a decision that you want to change the way that you're working and living, and you can make that happen. We did it, and if we can do it, believe me, anybody can. So I wanted to bring that up. Because a lot of people that we've talked to say, yeah, I'd love to live in Costa Rica, or I'd love to live in Panama, or I'd love to live in Portugal, or, but I just can't see how to make a living. And there are many, many ways to make a living from a mobile perspective. And I really can't think of an example of why almost anybody can do that. And whether they're transporting their current skills, whether they're transferring a current offer and making that portable, it's all absolutely doable. So I wanted to go through that today, and because we get a lot of questions about how the hell do I make a living in Costa Rica, and that's it. Those are the major areas, and all of those are viable. And one last thing I want to say about this is you don't have to pick just one. I think that the key is multiple streams of income, right? So there might be 2 or 3 of those different areas that are all very synergistic, as they are with us, that can meld together, and you can weave and build an online business in any of these areas or several of these areas, that fits your personality, that fits your needs, that fits your time commitment, that fits your lifestyle. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Duffels and Dogs and learn about our adventures here in Costa Rica. And again, thank you to all of our current subscribers. Pura Vida. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.